I say, YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got my boy AB. Let's get into some topics real quick. We got my boy AB, Antonio Brown. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm enjoying the transition. I'm enjoying how he went from defense to offense. I'm enjoying the pivot. Let's get into it. If it's your first time rocking with the boy, I be the KINGSPR33. That be me, King Spree. And you locked in with one of the realest, they tell me. Reporting live from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. The weather about 54 degrees outside. Not a cloud in the sky, praise to the Most High. And baby, you done been so patient. You been patiently waiting. Just keep an eye out for that mixtape coming soon. Girl, I promise you gonna love it. AB. So, for those that don't know, Antonio Brown is a former NFL player, but not just an NFL player. He was considered one of the better players in the NFL, and especially at his position. Some could make the argument that he was the best at his position. Super Bowl champion with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, played for the Oakland Raiders, played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Definitely was a talent, and is a talent. Some could say he has some mental issues that we all got that going on, right? But over the past year, he's made a slow transition into just being an outright entertainer, right? He chilling with Kanye. He got the swag up. He wearing the big boots. He got the chains on. Got his hair did right. You heard me? Like, he got, everything that you would need in that light. And at first, when you're looking at it, you're just saying to yourself, like, what's this guy doing? He got a whole career. Why is he making this pivot to something else that he's not going to be? Why start over when you're already, at the top of one profession? And, I put these videos out about, like, finance and about self-development, and they don't really get a lot of love. My friends watch it, but, for the masses, it's not something they want to see. They rather see the reaction videos and things like that, and that's coming too. We're gonna do a reaction to Antonio Brown's AB album he just dropped that has some monster features. So we'll see how that went out and how that went. So stay tuned for that. But so AB in his transition to being what he is now. So what I try to look at is, and this goes for anybody. It's not just Antonio Brown. This goes for anybody. You might start out on one path, right? You might start out as, all right, man, I went to school, be a firefighter, and then for some reason it didn't work out. Or I was a cop, I was a baker, I was a teacher, whatever it is. I was an occupational therapist assistant, I was an occupational therapist, a physical, whatever it might be, a nurse, doctor. And then as you go through the day-to-day, you're realizing, like, man, I'm working twice as hard to get, one, not compensated properly, and then two, I don't love what I do. I don't like what I do. Even playing in the NFL, which is seen as a lot of people's dreams, yeah, you can see how somebody might say, man, especially him, because he was on that talk. He was on that talk about, like, black empowerment and just how, like, look what we got to do, look what we got to deal with. So as you go through the day-to-day, you got to show up to OTAs, you got to show up to practice, you got to show up to various things, you got to keep your body in line, there's so many things you got to do. Playing professional sports, which I have no idea, but we can surmise that playing professional sports is very vigorous, and it takes a lot of energy out of you for the most part, right? So in playing professional sports, you have an opportunity to be rich, you have an opportunity to be famous, you have an opportunity to really do what you once loved. But as we grow older, we change. I'm 35 years old. How I thought at 25 is totally different. We change. You dig? So AB has made a pivot. He's gone from that defense where he had to defend himself against everybody that was going at him, saying he made the wrong moves, making the wrong moves, to now offense, where he got the clothing line with Kanye he said he worked on. He got an album that I had no idea he was going to put out. We about to check that bad boy out. And he dropped it right along with Pusha T. You know, we got various things happening where it's like, damn, AB, you sure you want to do that? You sure you want to? The man got money. He might not be a billionaire, but he got money. He's in the room with the right people. And the album play he might not even want to be a rapper. His thing might just be, let me get out various forms of content, various forms of just me being out there, so my name could be a little more in the limelight. So when I make the pivot to something else, the fashion line, when I make the pivot to something else, ownership of a NFL agency that signs players, so on and so on, people will know who I am, right? People will know who I am in the game, and I have the right connections. He mentioned in one of the interviews where he was speaking about him and Kanye might be opening an NFL agency for players, and when he did the whole Super Bowl thing with him and Kanye, bought out like 16 suites. These kind of things are that of legend, right? That's like when Mark Cuban, when the Mavs won the championship, he went and bought the $100,000 bottle of Ace of Spade. Those things become legend. And what you do with legend is, when your reputation precedes you, you have an opportunity to now, when you walk in a room, there's a whether good or bad, there's an aura that comes with you. And when you're trying to make the play to become something else, you need that, right? Richard the OTA won't be respected as Richard the business owner if you haven't shown something that could connect the two. You got to bridge the gap somehow. And I know a lot of people out there in the world, like with YouTube, man, there's a video for everybody, and everybody's looking for the next thing. Everybody's looking to sometimes just reassure themselves of what they already believe. I know a lot of people out there, when they start getting into their 30s, mid-30s, and even to their 40s and older, they feel like, man, I'm trying to go a different direction than what maybe the status quo is for me. It ain't about being rich and famous, it's about being comfortable. Like, I'm not comfortable. I'm not happy. And being an adult, life's not about being happy, as we already know, but, you know, you shouldn't struggle all your life and then die. That shouldn't be the route either. So how do we go about making that pivot to something else if we don't like what we're currently doing, right? How do we go about getting that mental health to a point where you like really feel good in your own skin, really feel good about where you're at in life? And the way we do that is we have to look at people that have made similar pivots, similar transitions, offense to defense. And Antonio Brown is one of them. Antonio Brown is definitely one of them. Whether the album's good or not, I haven't listened to it, but watch out for that. Watch out for that reaction coming soon, baby. I promise you gonna love it. The fact that he's taken a step forward to say, listen, man, this is what I'm gonna do. Here's how I'm gonna maneuver, and I'm gonna get my name out in these streets, and we'll see what's gonna happen. I respect it. I really do. I respect it. Not only because I myself am trying to do something similar, not with music, not with rapping. I don't have a particularly great talent, or I don't have a talent at all. But, you know, I'm going from how my friends know me and how my family knows me and my peers, my coworkers and stuff like that, to try to do something on this YouTube thing in front of this camera. And that's, bruh, you know, we already know that's a journey. Not only is it a journey, like, you got to deal with all of the things that come with it. The bad comments, the people that you know talking behind your back saying, yeah, who the fuck this nigga think he is? You know, or whatever they might say. Like, you know, who knows what's being said about me when I'm not in the room? You know, but we already know conversations are being had. But, you know, as of right now, when you're trying to make that pivot and not travel, you got to go ahead and be in uncomfortable situations. You got to put yourself in a position where, yeah, the conversation will be had about you, and it won't always be good. And when you first start, it mostly will be bad. You hear me? Anyway, man, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe. We're at 100 and something subscribers, on the road to 1,000. I really do appreciate each and every like I get, each and every comment I get, and each and every subscription I get. Subscribe to the family, join the kingdom. And as always, this has been a message brought to you by the good people over here at Spree ENT. Baby, it's gonna all make sense real soon.